place, and it's such a great idea. Thank you, Anne.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, we came up with this concept as part of a Parramatta Climate Action Network meeting, and we were thinking of ways of engaging broader Western Sydney and particularly the suburbs. And there's so much richness in the suburbs, so many stories, so much practical knowledge. And how do we bring that all together? And how do we bring together the different dimensions of people's lives? So people are concerned about their health, they want to walk, people are spiritual, they engage with symbolism, all these things. And one of the ways that we earlier last year connected with local stories of water is that on the day of Earth Hour, there actually was a football game between Parramatta Eels and Penrith. And so on that night of Earth Hour, we were handing out flyers in Church Street that said, Parramatta Eels thrashed by climate change. So all these kids loved it. They were really excited by it because quite a few people were in the team colours, they had just been to the game, they got these flyers. What? The Parramatta Eels have been thrashed, and actually I think they were defeated in that game. But it's really, like this walk has been a great way to connect with local stories. And one of the stories that I learned from Leanne Tobin, who's a Darug elder, is that, well, Parramatta means it's the place where the eels lie down. And those eels go on a very precarious journey. They can even go up Warragamba Dam. They've been found in the dam. They can climb up the dam. But they, at the end of their lives, they travel down the river into the salt water, all the way up the coast to the Coral Sea near the Samoan Islands. I mean, near the Solomon Island, no, Samoa, near Samoa. And they breed there, and then they die. And the baby eels find their way back to the exact spot where their parents lived 30 years of their lives. And that's such an incredible journey. But if the water temperature is a little bit too high, the baby eels don't make it. So climate change has a real tangible impact upon the local symbol of Parramatta, which is the eel. And yeah, we were able to connect that image. And in this journey, we were also able to connect with local stories, and local stories about the infrastructure, about people's family who were involved in building the canal, all sorts of stories about people's experiences about coal seam gas, that a lot of people really want to tell their story. And I think that's one of the beauties of walking, that I guess it's an ancient practice of pilgrimage. It's also a modern practice, but it has a different sense of time to most of our lives, that we've been able to walk slowly with one another and listen. And some of the great campaigns throughout history have involved walking, like Gandhi's Salt March, like the Civil Rights Movement. If you get the opportunity to see the film Selma, it's on at the moment, and that's about their walk, putting themselves in great danger, and people were killed in that walk. But also there was a walk by Maori people for land in New Zealand. There was a walk by Uncle Kevin Buzzicott, who was campaigning against nuclear waste, and he started from Roxby Downs from his country in South Australia. He walked all the way to Sydney and then walked in Japan to Hiroshima. So walks can be really powerful, and they allow us to open up and tell each other stories, and I think that's what this walk has been able to do. And I'm really glad to have been able to get to know some of you along the way. So yeah, thanks so much, and I'm amazed by the effort that the various people in our group put into this. Yeah, Anthony and Michael and Marina and Michael. Yeah, and Michael, Wynn, and everyone who was here, Jules, everyone here, Maria and Richard, and yeah, the list goes on and on and on. And we actually nearly cancelled it at the end of December. We were very close to cancelling the walk because we were really overwhelmed by the amount of work there was to do, and we're all volunteers, and we didn't know how we were going to do it. So it was really great that everyone came together and made it happen. And yeah, thanks so much, and thanks to Isabel as well. Thanks.